You're already running 10 minutes late. The bags are packed, the car is running, everything halts. Your child is on the floor, thrashing and screaming because the seam of their sock feels bumpy or the tag on their shirt as scratchy. Traditional parenting advice often categorizes this behavior as a battle of wells. From the outside, it looks like stubbornness, a tantrum that requires firm discipline and clearer boundaries. Neuroscience offers a different explanation, rooted in sensory integration. This is a biological traffic jam occurring deep inside the developing nervous system. Approaching this interaction as an internal biological crisis is the first step towards resolving the conflict. To see how a single sock can trigger a total breakdown, we have to look at how the brain processes its environment. Most of us are familiar with the 5 basic senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. We process 8 senses. Besides the 5 basics, 3 hidden systems, vestibular, proprioceptive, and interoceptive, monitor balance, body awareness, and internal signals. In a mature brain, these merge in a central hub, acting as an air traffic control tower organizing millions of data points. A mature nervous system filters out the harmless friction of a sock seam as background noise. This filtering is a biological function, not a conscious choice. When developing, this process can misfire. A sock seam's signal amplifies and splinters, overflowing the hub. The brain treats a harmless thread as a threat, triggering a downstairs hijack. The limbic system fires a panic response, slamming a gate to isolate the logical upstairs brain. This outward behavior is a neurological panic attack. The child is having a hard time and lacks the biological tools to stop it. Translating this biology into our daily lives requires a new understanding of what these meltdowns actually are. Fussy or rigid behaviors are developmental red flags, signaling a nervous system in active distress. Negotiating or using logic during a meltdown is ineffective because it is neurologically impossible for the child to process reasoning while their upstairs brain is offline. This chart shows the timeline of executive function development. The steep upward curve between birth and age 6 indicates that the biological hardware for logic and self-control is under heavy construction. These skills are still being formed. The clinical strategy for this state is connect and redirect, using physical comfort, a low voice, or an environmental adjustment, like removing the sock, soothes the downstairs brain so that logic can eventually return. Addressing the biological state of the nervous system must always happen before you can address the behavioral state of the child. These daily interactions shape the brain's physical structure through neuroplasticity. The developing brain architecture adapts based on the feedback it receives from the environment. When you respond to sensory overload with supportive serve and return interactions, you create a successful feedback loop. This structural reinforcement builds the healthy neural pathways required for future emotional regulation. By moving toward co-regulation, we are physically architecting the child's brain. We are helping them build a foundation that transforms sensory chaos into a manageable part of life.